Welcome to Wembley again. As you see, the teams are on the field. Liverpool in that famous all-red strip of theirs. Will they be the first British club to win the European Cup 2 years running against a very fine Belgian side? There's Emlyn Hughes, who lifted that trophy in Rome a year ago. Next to him, Alphonse Bastijns, the Belgian, the Brugge captain. Brugge, the first Belgian side into a European Cup final, but one of the oldest in the country, formed in 1894. It's said that the Brugge players are on a bonus of £5,000 a man to win this match tonight. But Liverpool come here firm favourites without any doubt. Tremendous atmosphere here, a 92,500 crowd. This Brugge side by no means to be underestimated. They've just won the championship for the third successive year. Ray Kennedy in the Liverpool side, who scored that important opening goal against Borussia Mönchengladbach in the second leg of the semi-final. Right, first of all, the Liverpool team then. Clements in goal, Neil, Alan Hansen in for Tommy Smith, Thompson, Kennedy, Hughes, Dalglish with 29 goals to his credit this season, Case, Fairclough, McDermott and Souness. And Bruges with something like 9 internationals in their team of various nationalities. Jensen, of course, who's a Dane, Bastijns, the captain, Krieger, who's an Austrian international, Lakens, Maas, the young 21-year-old, in fact, midfielder, Kools, a fellow we'll have to watch out for, Van der Eycken, who has become really the boss of the side, De Kubber, Simon, Koo, who's a Hungarian, and Sorensen, a brilliant Dane, who they say, in fact, is the Clive Woods of Bruges. Well, if he plays as well as Clive Woods played here on Saturday, there might be a problem or two for Liverpool. The referee there is Charles Corver from Holland, who was here just a few weeks ago to referee the England-Brazil game, and is the only Dutch referee who'll be going to the World Cup in Argentina. Bruges managed by Ernst Happel, an Austrian who will manage the Dutch World Cup side, and none of these players have ever played at Wembley before. Straight back to Birger Jensen. Forward now to Koo, interesting character. He's a Hungarian who defected, in fact, 18 months ago. Oh, and he's given the ball away. He defected badly there so far as Bruges are concerned. Dalglish playing it in there, and it wasn't a very good ball played in, and easy for Jensen. Koo, the number 10 for Bruges, we should watch out for him, the Hungarian who defected 18 months ago, and in fact played his first game for Bruges last Saturday when they were beaten in the semi-final of the Belgian Cup. Hughes, back to Ray Clements. Alan Hansen. 5 minutes gone, no score. Souness. Hansen playing in the centre of the back with Emlyn Hughes away on the left-hand side of the back four for Liverpool. Dalglish, Kennedy, Souness again, Fairclough on the far side, nodded in nicely, Dalglish diving in there, and Jensen was out quickly, took a knock on his left arm, I think, as Dalglish went roaring in there. Ball played in there, out went Jensen, and in fact the goalkeeper now is on the ground again while that slow motion was on, and a bit of attention to his left knee now. We see it from behind the goal, that collision between Dalglish, Fairclough leaping beautifully there, and that's where the accident happened. It looked like a handball by Neil. It was an accidental one, it looked to me, but the referee Charles Corver's given a free kick to Bruges. Sorensen, the number 11, who was an amateur 8 months ago, just gone out of the picture. Maas going in, and a good piece of play by Phil Neal. slipping and sliding there, and Laken's just a little hard there in on Fairclough. In fact, that number 4 for Brugge used to be known as Mac the Knife. He's known as the hard man in this Brugge side. Certainly he clattered into David Fairclough. Liverpool on the move again now with Neil. Case. Souness. Ian.
Well, look, they're trying to play offside, the Belgians, and this is always a dangerous ploy with a player like David Fairclough, because he's so quick that I think he almost caught him once before over in the left wing, and if they try it too often, I think David could catch him.
I think they're renowned throughout Belgium for playing the offside game, so I think Liverpool won't be in the least surprised that that's what's happening in these opening minutes. Case cut out by Mas. This is Cools. We've not seen much of him so far. The marathon man, they call him, because he goes and he goes and he goes. He's 31 years old. And Thompson. Hughes played on for Kennedy. Cools has gone right there with Kennedy. Played back for Emlyn Hughes. Dalglish shielding it well again, as he does. And Kennedy couldn't quite find him the next time. Here's Cools again, a midfield man who strikes forward with venom, but that pass not reaching Sorensen. And here's Case again for Liverpool. Played down the line for Fairclough. Look at Laken sticking right with him though, but Fairclough turns it back in only for Van der Eycken. That'll fall for Neil. But now for Julian Cools. Koo. De Kuba outside him. Simoon, here's De Kuba. Now Bastings, who scored early on against Juventus in the semi-final. De Kuba. Bastings trying to play it back in there again, and it's with Dalglish. Turn, a little bit of shielding, the accurate pass this time for Terry McDermott. Played on again this time for Jimmy Case. And no trouble. European Cup final to be played at Wembley. In fact, the first one was in '63, won by AC Milan. Then in 1968, that never to be forgotten night when Manchester United beat Benfica here, and 1971 when Ajax of Holland beat Panathinaikos of Greece. Kennedy for McDermott. Case away on his right, Fairclough up, and again they've caught him offside, but game allowed to go on. Neil. Souness. Chipped in this time for Case. Can he get him behind them this time? He's got him behind Mas. Played across there, and so nearly with Dalglish on the far side. It was the captain of number 2, Bastings, who saved them there. A corner then for Liverpool, taken by Terry McDermott. McDermott. Deep cross again. Kennedy on the far side, allowed a lot of leeway there. Played in again this time for Graham Souness. A little chip in there. Well, that certainly looked like a foul on Alan Hansen, but it's a goal kick. Shove in the back by Hansen. It was just a mistimed run and challenge there. Free kick already taken. Van der Eycken through to De Kuba. Koo. Lakens. And that's not a very good one. Bruges, in fact, to come to this game without 2 of their top players. Couron, a brilliant midfield player, and the veteran Lambert, who scored so many good games for them, both many good goals for them, both injured. But Cools is there, beating Dalglish, finding Simoon. So Cools for Bruges. And Hughes doing his job well. Souness, McDermott. Bastains. And a lovely little ball played this time for the Hungarian coup. Simon is in there, Bastains is right in there. They'll have to watch that number 2 for Bruges. Alphonse Bastains, their captain. He used to be an outside right. He loves to come forward and is a good crosser of a ball. And certainly knows when to come forward and attack. As he did against Juventus in the semi-final with a goal after only 3 minutes. 0-0 here. Sorensen with the corner for Bruges. Kennedy heading it away. Cools beaten by Dalglish. And the long ball forward, hoping to find the pace of Fairclough. Bruges were claiming handball there. Fairclough has gone past his man. Case is waiting in the middle. And he tried to make something of it. There was a bit of pushing and shoving going on there, but Case couldn't quite make it. Now can Kenny Dalglish. Safely held by Jensen. Interesting break that though by Fairclough. And now a break is on by De Kubber for Bruges. Cools. Sorensen. Now has he got the legs of both those Liverpool defenders, Hansen and Hughes. No foul there by Hughes on Sorensen, says the Dutch referee. And Liverpool now find McDermott. Kennedy. McDermott. Well, even Fairclough couldn't keep that in. Feet too high there, free kick. Bastains. Simons turning it down again for De Kubber. Coup and an offside this time against Sorensen. Case reacting very quickly, but it's noticeable that Mars reacted quickly with him, and here's McDermott getting in there, and that nearly came for Kennedy. It might still come for Kennedy. Oh, across the face of the goal. It looked a certain one. Well, there was a case there of the midfield men, as Ian St John was saying, getting forward. It's McDermott getting it through there, a missed kick, and Kennedy getting it back across the face of that goal and past the post. Case. That header now, Dalglish. The challenge was quick there. Cools. Simon. And Hughes in for Thompson. Back it goes to Clements. They're a real team of hustlers. When they see anything even slightly breaking their way up front, they really hustle for it to Bruges. That's a lovely ball though for David Fairclough for Liverpool. Played inside for McDermott. Case is right in there. On the far side, Kennedy is coming up, but Jensen with the throw out for De Kubber. Thompson, Hughes. Fairclough. And clearly an obstruction there, yes, and given. I think not only an obstruction there by Bastains, who wasn't happy with the decision, but I think Kenny Dalglish got an elbow in the nose as well. So a free kick for Liverpool. Souness running over it, that lazy left foot of Ray Kennedy. Hansen's up here, Neil is up there, a good header in. And Jensen had to jump for that one under pressure from Fairclough. Hansen's header there for Hughes, playing his 73rd European game. McDermott. Now Dalglish. Rippling little run, but brought down, and a good advantage played, but he won't let that advantage go, as Van der Eycken will get the yellow card this time for the foul on Jimmy Case. So the referee, who was reluctant to give yellow cards when England played Brazil, has now given two, one to Case and one to Van der Eycken. So, do we fancy Jimmy Case, I wonder, to send a blistering shot through this Bruges wall and into the back of the net? That's exactly what Liverpool could do with now. 2, 4, 5 in the wall, and there's Jimmy Case through the wall, punched away. The power of the shot, you get some indication of that, because Jensen's punch virtually went away into touch. Tremendous, look at the ball soaring away there. Here's the free kick coming in. Van der Eycken getting it away. Saunis. Crossed in once more. Hansen right in there. And Van der Eycken getting it away. Thompson. Hughes. No offside then. But here's Maas. And Neil beating Sorensen. But here's Sorensen, maybe with a little bit of space, until Saunis came in to deny him it. Neil. McDermott. Hughes could easily have been intercepted there by Simoon. Phil Thompson now to David Fairclough. Neil. A bit too close to the keeper. Poor cross. Souness cutting it out. Case. St John, they defended well actually. Bruges, they look a good side in defence.
They have, because Liverpool haven't really had what you could call a clear-cut chance, apart from the one Kennedy had across the goal. They have defended well. They're marking tight Fairclough and Dalglish and making life difficult for them. But I think Graham Souness is playing well in midfield for Liverpool, and he sparked off one or two good moves, and you never can tell, things might brighten up.
Thompson, his feet dangerously high there on Simone, giving Bruges the free kick. I think we've seen that Bruges are not a side to be trifled with. In their semi-final against Juventus, they went to Turin, a side packed with Italian World Cup players, and only conceded a goal from Bettiger right near the end, and then won the second leg 2-0. Van der Eycken with that little chipped free kick. Kennedy getting it away, but not very far. Here's Kools. Crossed in again there. Clements for this one, grabbing it well at full stretch. And a nice throw here to McDermott. And onside this time. Fairclough's okay, and Lakers is after him. Fairclough is up, Case is going in, off the goalkeeper, and it'll come this time for Dalglish. A chance though for Bruges to reform perhaps. Saunis with the shot just over. That was a brilliant break by Liverpool, and it was the hard work of David Fairclough in the first place that did it, but there was the finishing bit by Saunis. But Bruges were in a bit of trouble when their goalkeeper had to come out, and the ball rebounded off him. It might have gone anywhere. In fact, it went to Dalglish. But it's still 0-0 with 6 minutes to go to half-time. That's a ball there for Sorensen, and Clemens has got to come a long way out, and he half changed his mind. Just got that challenge in, and the ball into touch. Van der Eycken. De Kuba, lovely bit of play by him and by Emlyn Hughes on the far side. Oh, it's fallen for Coles. A quick chip in and over the top though from Koo. And Bruges for the moment looking dangerous there. From the moment Hughes slipped and Cools was on it. Thompson. Neil. Dalglish just nodding it on for Kennedy. 5 minutes to half time. Fairclough right in there. Player of tremendous pace. McDermott spotting Neil. Good combination here for Liverpool. Case. Now can he get the cross in? It's not a bad one. And the header by McDermott was wide of the mark. Liverpool beginning to break out with a little more power now. Case. Oh, what a lovely ball there. Now Fairclough. Oh! Brilliant piece of goalkeeping and a brilliant ball in the first place that put Fairclough free. There's the ball from Terry McDermott, just beating the Bruges defender, and the keeper did well, and Fairclough went in. A free kick to Liverpool. Now Fairclough with it. You don't feel that Liverpool are in any danger at the moment. You'd feel a little more comfortable, and I'm sure millions of watching it would, if only they could put the ball in the back of the net. Hansen there, and he very nearly did. Touched away that time by Jensen. It's the free kick by McDermott, the big young defender up there again. The Danish goalkeeper playing for Bruges, tipping it away. A corner for Liverpool. About a minute and a half to go to half-time. Corner hit in a bit lower this time. It's Koo who got it away. Dalglish and another corner. Bit firmer this time towards Kennedy, but nodded away once more. McDermott really beginning to assert himself in the middle of the field, but Laken's got to that one, and it eventually came off McDermott for the Bruges throw. Bruges, who've just won the Belgian Championship for the third successive time. And when you consider that that includes beating clubs like Anderlecht, who've recently just won the European Cup Winners' Cup again. Well, they're no mugs. Well, I'm surprised if the referee allows Lakens to get away with that. Deliberately holding back David Fairclough, and not even a word to the number 4. Just watch this now. Well, and the referee deciding it doesn't warrant even a rebuke from him. Just the free kick to Liverpool as we come to the last seconds of the first half. McDermott with that free kick towards Hansen again, to Dalglish. The whistle didn't go. It looked to me almost as though Dalglish was half expecting it. Thompson, and an offside this time against Fairclough, who didn't get back, although the referee is prepared to let it go on. Basteins. Cools trying a little back healer. Souness. Dalglish getting in there. As the half-time whistle goes, 45 minutes without a goal, a lot of pressure and some good stuff from Liverpool, but not that final breakthrough that they badly wanted.
Well, I think the 78 team, I think they've sort of gone through this season hardly conceding any goals. You know, and there's that famous comment, like, same team as last year. Because they hardly, I mean, I don't know, was it 15, 16 players they may be used throughout the season. I just remember them. I mean, I wasn't there at the time, but they were just like a ruthless, efficient machine. And it used to be like, you know, they used to score late goals and everyone going, oh, how lucky are Liverpool. They always like score late and win 1-0. Now, the reason they score late and win 1-0 is because they've worn the opposition out for the previous 80 minutes and eventually they've had to cave in. Ultimately, extremely professional, extremely ruthless. And yet, you know, with the likes of obviously Alan Hansen in that team, Souness in his pomp, and Kenny. I mean, Kenny was an absolute footballing genius. And we laugh at him now because we say to him, you couldn't head it, you couldn't run, and your backside was too big. And yet, he knew with his back to everything where we were going 2 or 3 moves down the line. And he would be one of those players, I would say, that come across every sort of decade that are just stroked with genius, of which Kenny Dalglish was definitely one.
Well, one of the things that was very important to me when I was leaving Celtic was a craving for European success. And obviously joining the European champions from '77 gave me a good start. But to win them back to back and to be walking out at the final in '78 after they'd been there the year before, and for them to retain their hunger and enthusiasm and desire to be successful again was brilliant for me and brilliant for everybody. That was the thing that was very important for me, that European success, and to do it in the first season was beyond everybody's expectations. But it happened. I think we deserved it. I read a newspaper cut the other day there that said it was quite a good game, but it was in the Liverpool Echo, so that might have been a bit biased.
Good job. Concentrate. Brad, tackle Jake. Yeah. One. I think I got it, man. One. I'm on the right, dude. You've got to be kidding.
Budweiser, official beer of the FIFA World Cup. You do the football, we'll do the beer.
So that's the offside rule. Who doesn't understand?
The new Volvo C70 invites you to feel.
When they have a game plan, we would just play. The great belief in what we did, and that wasn't to be complacent or arrogant or disrespectful in any way. It was just we played our way, and very occasionally was it changed. Bob Paisley would maybe change something occasionally, maybe Sammy Lee man marking somebody occasionally, or before that Bill Shankly, maybe Dean Ross, who marked Alan Ball in the derby matches and marked Franz Beckenbauer in a European tie. So very seldom did we take too many tactics onto the pitch other than to look after ourselves in the way that we played. And if we played the way we could play, then as I say, we weren't arrogant in any way, shape or form. We just had a great belief in how we played.
They were brilliant. Yeah. I mean, you Hansen and Lawrenson, Kenny, Souness. Oh.
Bob's knowledge in football was fantastic. He could spot a player's injury, he could spot a weakness, he could spot an asset. He was great on the psychology of the game as well. And it was basically pretty simple, but it sounds simple if you've got a brain. And Bob had a great footballing brain. And sitting here now in this day and age, there's nobody will come away with his record of 3 European Cups and 6 championships or something. Nobody will come away with that in the length of time that he was manager.
ready for the start of the second half of this European Cup final. Liverpool, who had much the better of the first half but couldn't find the net, 0-0, and away we go now. McDermott for Liverpool. Hansen very much at home. Thompson gently through for Graham Souness. Dalglish picking up the ball and finding Neil well there. Case. McDermott. Souness, and an offside again. The mixture as before in that first half. What's the answer to that offside business, Ian?
Well, the answer is that somebody has got to come from the other end of the pitch. If Graham Souness had turned and played a diagonal ball, somebody coming like Kennedy from the other side of the field could have caught him.
Massive kick by Jensen, almost to the edge of that Liverpool penalty area. Here's Souness again. Now for Kennedy. Fairclough. Basteins is there. Oh, Fairclough shoved him off it, and he's allowed to get away with it. Played in there towards Kenny Dalglish. Oh, and turned away in the end by Mars, just as Jimmy Case came in. It's a corner for Liverpool. It could so easily have been a goal as Fairclough brought it in. The ball in play again now. And McDermott crossing it in. The corner taken very quickly there. Dalglish on the far side, beaten in the air though by Brugge Jensen. Kools looks a very good player still, and now Sorensen, we've seen so little of him. Well, and we're not going to see much of him all the time. Hansen plays as well as that. Basteins with the throw. Koo going for that one, but Hughes got there first. It's Souness, Kennedy. Oh, he was clobbered from behind there, blatantly by Lakens, but here's Dalglish. That little rippling run, and McDermott's all the way through. Is this number one for Liverpool? Saved by Jensen. Brilliant keeping. And a really breathtaking break there by Terry McDermott. The goalkeeper is down in pain in his own 6-yard area. The game going on. No, it's pulled up with Koo injured. And they want to give the goalkeeper a bit of treatment. But what a moment that was. It was a tremendous break. This Dalglish played his part there, and just look how McDermott pounced on it. And away he goes towards the edge of that area. The keeper coming out fast, he really lets fly. And it's one of those nights when it just won't go in. Ian?
Well, he had an option there. He could either have chipped it or placed it, and he elected to place it, and was very unfortunate. It just hit, you know, at the side of the goalkeeper, although the goalkeeper did tremendously well coming out narrow an angle.
Tommy?
Yeah, you know, it's a hard thing to say, but, you know, he probably should have scored, Terry, but, you know, to get the break that he did and go past the fella, you know, people think he's a bit slow, Terry, but he's not. He is quite fast. You know, it's all right saying do this and do that, but, you know, maybe he could have got a bit closer, but I don't know, it's a good chance, and I don't think it's going to help Bruges' confidence any.
Right, here's Kools. They're all 100% again. Mars, who was injured just after that save, and the goalkeeper himself are both fit again. And here's Dalglish looking much more sprightly in this second half. And look at McDermott thundering through the middle once more. It's with Kennedy getting past Dukuba. Now an accurate left foot quad is what we want, and Fairclough was jumping there so well, but beaten by Jensen.
Liverpool at the moment are starting to create chances, Brian. They've come out in the second half, they've stepped up a gear, and they must have created at least 3 chances now in the first 5 minutes or so.
Oh, we'll watch for that as Neil, well, he hits the ball straight to Kools. Van der Eycken, long ball now for Sorensen. This could be very dangerous now if Sorensen's got the beating of Hughes, which he has. The player with all the tricks. But has he delayed it now? A little too long. I think he has, and Clements is out there, but I think it's a corner off Koo. The first real sight we've had of Jan Sorensen, the Dane, used to work for British Leyland, incidentally, in their finance department until about 8 months ago when he signed professional for Brugge. He had Hughes and Liverpool a little worried there. So the corner coming up now for Brugge to be taken by Koo, the Hungarian. Played wide towards Sorensen and Dakuba. Sorensen missing his kick. Hansen, a long ball there for Fairclough to chase. George Lakens is there, back to his keeper Jensen. It's now with Van der Eycken, number 7. Well, quite a shot on him. Ray Clements, in fact, playing his 64th European game, and he's had quite an easy night so far. Now it's Saunis, as Liverpool break forward again. Neil linking up well on that far side. Ball played in, but straight to Coles, and they get it away again without any bother at all. Good play, though, by Thompson. Saunis again. And Jimmy Case onside this time. Played inside for Saunis. Will he let one fly? Well, a goal kick. 10 minutes of the second half gone. Good jump by Koo. Neil again. Hoisted it high up and under.
That was one of the alehouse balls Tommy was talking about.
So the alehouse ball, the first one we've seen, coming from Phil Neal, and it's a corner that is produced. Case with the kick. Thompson with the, no, he didn't get the header. Kennedy, though, chipped in again, but straight to the keeper. Only Simon's up, and there are 3 Liverpool players back. Thompson and Hughes for Neil. Dalglish beaten away by Basteins, but unfairly. Well, unfair challenge in the back on Kenny Dalglish by the skipper of Bruges, the number 2, Alphonse Basteins. And now Dalglish! Taken before Bruges were alive, and it nearly killed them. Very quickly taken, and while they were still looking, the ball planted wide.
They gave offside anyway, Brian.
And that's a foul by Hansen on Simon. Sanders, who has just taken that free kick, known as a midfielder who can mark very well. Well, now can Liverpool get away this time? It's Dalglish again. Only Fairclough is up, and he's got to turn and check and look around. Saunis. Again, they're defending well in numbers. They're not known as a good defensive side, but they've made very few slip-ups so far tonight of Bruges. Another alehouse ball there by Phil Thompson. Beautifully gathered, though, by Jensen. Nice touch there by Simon. And now Sorensen. Neil is after him. But this Dane can move a bit. He's got past Phil Neal. Well, Hughes blocking that one. Simon, or rather Sanders, and now Dakuba. Sanders, this time Lakens. The defender Crieger coming forward. He was doubtful for a long time for this game with an ankle injury, but he's a trained physiotherapist himself and gave himself treatment to make sure that he could play. So, a familiar sight of Liverpool coming forward, but without quite that mean, incisive play that we've seen so often, and particularly in the last month or so in their game. But Van der Eycken, De Kubber, and Brugge are battling well. 17 minutes of the second half gone, under half an hour of normal time to go, still 0-0. Thompson playing it back, and Highway is coming on. It's Jimmy Case, is it coming? It's Jimmy Case who's going to come off. Kennedy. Dalglish claiming handball, not given. Ball out of play, the chance presumably for Steve Highway to come on. So while Emlyn Hughes waits to take the throw, Jimmy Case, who I thought had a sparkling first half, I haven't seen quite so much of him in the second half. Does it surprise you, Tommy Smith?
Well, probably the boss has decided that we've got so much of the game that we need another forward on to score goals rather than bring Davey off, who's always liable to get an odd goal or two. He's brought Stevie on with the idea probably to do a little bit more attacking and for somebody to put at the back of the net.
So 4 up now most of the time for Liverpool, I'd imagine, or maybe just 3 at the back, as Emlyn Hughes looks as though he's moved forward a little bit, but certainly the idea is to take the battle even more now to Brugge. Still no goals, and here's Dalglish over his head nicely, and De Kubber was there, but so is Souness there. Will he get a shot in? Now Dalglish across the face of the goal. It's there, Dalglish. Just look at those Liverpool players. Brilliant scenes of joy. They've harried and hustled and had so much more of the game. Souness' little pass onside. Good decision there by referee and linesman. The little chip by Kenny Dalglish. And the magic side of that ball in the back of the Brugge net. And Liverpool in the lead. There's the pass. And really quite a soft shot, but beautifully played just inside that far post. Simone. O'Neill planting it high. Onto the team benches there.
Well, Liverpool are going to attack now with two front men who are very pacey, Highway and Fairclough, and I quite fancy Liverpool now to go on and add to their total.
Thompson, Hughes, Kennedy, Hughes again. And Saunders. But here's Hansen for Liverpool. Bounce beating Dalglish, but what a battler he is. He won that ball for all that. Souness was knocking Cools off the ball when they were both away from it. But allowed to go on again. Here he is, the number 11 for Liverpool. Crossed in nicely onto the far side, and it was Mars who put it behind for the corner, with McDermott just behind him. So McDermott and Highway over in that corner, And it's with Steve Highway, the linesman, flagging something about it that he didn't like. So Highway again with a corner. Played really wide that time. Neil. And again the feet of Neil were too high on Van der Eycken. A free kick to Brugge. Cut out by Souness. Now Highway. Played on again for McDermott, onside. And the header by Fairclough, only finding Kennedy. Dalglish. It'll come for Kennedy, hit in first time. Oh, a flying attempt there by Fairclough, but Coulson now bringing it away for Brugge. Still 1-0 for Liverpool, 20 minutes to go. Simone, Thompson, and a throw to Brugge. Oh, it's a free kick. I think the referee indicating that again the feet were high. Another substitution being made. It's Maas who's going off, and it's Volders, this fella, coming on. An attacking midfield player. In fact, he won 3 championship medals with Anderlecht, and he's also won 3 with Bruges, so he's a very experienced fellow to be able to bring on at this stage. Joseph Volders with the throw. Cools, Saunders. Krieger falling straight for McDermott. And now Fairclough. Played in for Kennedy. The midfield men coming forward well. Now that's a good ball if Highway can get to it. Highway for Liverpool. Played again for Dalglish. Highway getting very quickly into this game. Nice little pass played here for Dalglish. Look at the space there that they've allowed him. Kennedy, Dalglish, onside. The goalkeeper started to come and he went back now. Has Fairclough got past him? No, he hasn't. Jensen reacted very quickly. Liverpool's throw. Here's Hughes. Liverpool looking so hard for a second goal that would really wrap it up with a quarter of an hour to go. Saunders, Lakens, Volders on the far side, got it on again, and Neil getting in there but losing out. Van der Eycken missing his chance, and Neil nudging it away here towards Highway. Neil, a long ball forward, Lakens with the header. Inside the last quarter of an hour. Thompson winning it well in the air. Liverpool's man of the match, I think, this fella. Phil Thompson, the long ball forward. Were you shaking your head, Ian? I'm saying Phil Thompson, the man of the match so far for Liverpool, I thought.
Having a wonderful game, Philly. So is Alan Hansen alongside him.
But here's Highway. Steins keeping close to him, but Kennedy supporting him well, though the pass wasn't angled quite right. And Kennedy got in before Saunders could get away. Van der Eycken. And Sonoy's played it short for Sorensen. This could be trouble now. Turned back again and knocked off the line by Phil Thompson. Simone so close to getting an equaliser, and that really would have been a terrible lapse of concentration by Liverpool. Alan Hansen's mistake in the first place. Clements almost put it right. Simone on the turn, and that man, Phil Thompson, there again.
Well, Tommy Smith nearly fell out the stand there. I mean, that was a very slack pass here by Alan Hansen.
And with 11 minutes left, Liverpool have got to keep on the ball right to the end. That's a foul by Bastains on Fairclough, and a free kick to Liverpool. That's the foul. Free kick coming up. McDermott. Sanis. A little chip by Sanis. Kenny Dalglish is there. Kennedy is there. And whether that ball gathered a little bit of pace, it fooled the pair of them when they got in and behind that Bruges defence. Simone, but it's Neil. Highway. Folders. 7 minutes to go. And a free kick to Liverpool. Fairclough. Crossed in again there towards Dalglish. No penalty there. Again, Phil Thompson in there. Kennedy knocking it back skillfully this time for Hughes. Played out wide again for Ray Kennedy. Not offside, yes, the linesman was flanking on the far side. A free kick to Bruges. Sorensen. Pulse, could be dangerous this. Played back across there. Who's there again? Phil Neal this time. Hansen. A minute to go. Hughes. Oh, and Sanders and Hansen got in now. The long one away by Kenny Dalglish for David Fairclough to chase. I suppose you're delighted that you're so near the end and winning, but it's not been a really distinguished Liverpool performance, Tommy Smith.
Well, you know, the problem is playing against a team that don't want to play. You know, I think they were so scared. You know, after you think about it, I think they've been so scared it's not till Liverpool scored that they've come out, and it's as simple as that. Well, you've seen how many offsides they've had since Liverpool scored, and this is why Liverpool are pushing up and they're trying to control the game more. What can you do when a team doesn't want to play?
Well, they haven't got to play much longer. 15 seconds on my watch. A little bit of time to be added on for injuries. Not the time for the slightest Liverpool mistake now. Holding this narrow 1-0 lead that would give them the European Cup again. Ray Clements getting it away. Tremendous achievement. And a second goal now to cap it off would be brilliant. There's McDermott with a shot, but it's way over the top.
I think
Ian?
Oh, he's happy to see that one go over the top, because it looks as if it's all over now.
It's a fantastic achievement by a club side. Of course, back in the 1950s, Real Madrid won it 5 times on the trot. Ajax of Holland and Bayern Munich have won it 3 times on the trot. Liverpool now look poised to win it twice. I think Edmund Hughes said after the final last year, well, what are you going to do now? All we can do is win it again, and that's what Liverpool have done. Champions of Europe, Liverpool for the 2nd successive year, the first British club to win the European Cup, Europe's major trophy, for 2 successive years. The goal by Kenny Dalglish in the second half is the one that separated the two sides. Graham Souness, who had a tremendous game in the midfield, and the number 7, Kenny Dalglish. And the Liverpool fans delighted. Scoreboard already running up. Congratulations, Liverpool, winners 2 years running of the European Cup. And hard luck for Bruges. Ray Clements and Jimmy Case. What a beautiful picture of happiness. The 2 men up the front got through a lot of work. And it'll be Emlyn Hughes for the 2nd successive year who goes to receive the sparkling European Cup. Well, they let that glittering cup go for a few days. It'll be back on the Liverpool sideboard tomorrow morning. And look at that picture of delight. The broadest smile in football belongs to Emlyn Hughes and hordes of Liverpool fans and British football fans for what Liverpool have achieved for us tonight. Well done, Liverpool.